Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Good morning, everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Good morning there. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Oh, thanks. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Good morning there. Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Two beautiful women from Goloka Vrindavan. That's great. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Please put your feet on my head so I can attain Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Alternative. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta-vrinda. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jai Jesus Prabhupada. Nityananda Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Shri Advaita, Haridas, Shri Advaita, Haridas, Shri Advaita, Haridas, Haridas, Shri Advaita, Haridas, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare
Thanks for using.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Vijaya by Guni Raj Khan, one of Lord Chaitanya's favorite books from his wonderful devotee. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jesus. I offer my respectful obeisances. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Narayan, who has no beginning and who is the creator, the maintainer. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Narayan, who has no beginning and who is the creator, maintainer, and the destroyer of the material worlds. And the destroyer of the material worlds. With folded hands, I offer my prayers unto Krishna. With folded hands, I offer my prayers unto Krishna. With folded hands, I offer my prayers unto Krishna. The son of Nanda Maharaj, who is my life and soul. With folded hands, I offer my prayers unto Krishna. the son of Maharaj Nanda, who is my life and soul. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, Guni Raj Khan of Kulianagram compiled a book named Sri Krishna Vijaya, in which there is a sentence revealing the author's ecstatic love of Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda, is my life and soul. By this statement, I am sold into the hands of the descendants of Guni Raj Khan. I offer my respectful obeisances to Brahma and Shiva. I offer my respectful obeisances to Brahma and Shiva. I offer my respectful obeisances to Brahma and Shiva who help in the creation of the material world, and to Ganesh who removes obstacles. I bow down to the feet of all the demigods. Now I will write something of Lord Krishna's pastimes. By Lord Krishna's mercy, the Gopa people in Vrindavan did not know anything of disease, lamentation, or fear. Oh, wait, let me move some of these things here. See, by Lord Krishna's mercy, the inhabitants of Raj didn't know anything about lamentation, fear, and disease. Dis-ease. See? So I was feeling this morning really sorry for people now, because unless you have a deep relationship with God, unless you really feel the Lord's transcendental mercy and presence, nothing but fear in this world. There's no place to run. That's why no solace. It's like being in hell now. It's just because the Lord's destructive energy is here. See, so that this is the preaching time. This is the time to share with people, because they're looking for something. They don't know where to go, because you can't trust the government now. You notice, this is Krishna's arrangement. You can't trust the government. You can't trust the medical doctors. You can't trust all these authorities that many of. I mean, I even trusted it. I thought, well, they're doing what they can do, but they're so untrustworthy now. Even the masses are starting to see they can't trust their government. They're lying to them, and all of this, trying to kill them. They're just really, literally, they're killing people right before our eyes. It's unbelievable. I mean, I'm still shocked. Like, wow, how they're actually killing people legally and lying to them and everything, just outright. Yeah, anyway, this is this is why we need Krishna's mercy, so we can have that effect we can become residents of Vrindavan. And that's really, at this time, the Lord is making it, because it is so easy to become a resident of Vrindavan now. You have no idea. You know, when they were doing austerities, Bhagavatam teaches they were doing austerities for 60,000 celestial years to attain some kind of bhakti, you know, when they can do it a long time. And that wasn't even Vrindavan. And the Lord is just handing it on the silver platter, and you just got to go through a little purification. You know, and then you can be, and many of us here already, you know, without, we just resort to Krishna's mercy in Vrindavan, and the devotees of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna, and they take away our fear, our lamentation, our disease. It's amazing, you know, and what a practical alternative. This is why, you know, the Lord's giving the highest thing in the lowest time. You know, in the time that the most debauchery and trickery and lies, you know, and there's really nowhere else to go. I don't know, you know, how can you get free of this kind of thing? The New Age people can't help you. What are they how can you, they can't free you from lamentation and fear. All this speculation ain't good enough. And look at the Krishna movement. They're surrendering the religions. You know, a lot of, if you're still on the level of religion, whether you're a Vaishnava, Muslim, or a Christian, if you're on a level of religion, you're already swept up. They're already sweeping them up, and they're backing the government. Lining people up for the shots, and telling the whole congregations now, this is a new thing. You know, a lot of churches are saying you cannot worship unless you go get the shot. So these are the times. It's all predicted. People, there'll be lies and trickery and deception everywhere. Okay? But if you have the real deeper, whether it's Christ or Krishna, you know, or Allah, is some real, or the Great Spirit, and you really feel this closeness, God will protect you. Because it's just a shadow, his shadow. What is that to him? That's why the power of God's mercy, if you take shelter of it where it is, you got to find the real devotees where there are the symptoms of empowerment. People don't know. You know, I asked a question like what is a bona fide spiritual master and what is a false one? You know, I didn't know how it worked up there, so I just threw it up there. And so, but somebody answered, you know, and they answer, you know, with all the right words, but with, I don't know, with the understanding. Well, what are the symptoms of a spiritual master having love of God? I don't think anybody really knows. They just say it like parrots. You know, they don't know the symptoms of, can you tell who has the mercy of Radha and Krishna? What are the symptoms? It's so uncommon. It's not like, you know, like ordinary person. Just, that's why they have to depend on dress. You know, you have to depend on a dress and a sannyas uniform and all that stuff to promote God. Or you have to dress up in the Vatican, you know, look like you've got some authority. And you got no authority. No inner authority. No anointing. See? The Spirit of God, you know, that love for God. True love has its symptoms. It is so uncommon, man, you know, to see rapture in this world. That's where you can even see in the disciples here that many are getting the symptoms of God awakening and choosing their heart to live consistently. Yeah, this is uncommon. So that mercy of Vrindavan, where you want to be, anybody out there, you want to be free of lamentation, disease, and fear? Well, you got to come to those who have a very intimate relationship with God. And you could see they're knowledgeable, truly, genuinely, the essence of real knowledge. And that mercy is flowing in their association, because that's the only way that comes, is through God's chosen representatives. You know, in Vaishnavism, we call it the Parampara system. At least when they here, read this here, Freddie. I mean, somebody, anybody, jump in there. Take responsibility. Alita smiles. Yes, yes.
It doesn't show up here.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Oh, it did show up. Here, wait, let's see if it shows up. Oh, here we go.
It doesn't show up, Maharaj. No.
Right here. Oh, it didn't show up. Here, wait, let's see. Just see if it shows up now.
Now it's here.
Now it's there. Okay.
Yeah, but it's very small. Very, very small. Wait. At least when they say the right words, they have the right knowledge. That's better than being completely in illusion.
Yeah, but why not get the best when it's available? Why should this thing? Why when something really first class is available? Why are you dealing with things that don't really work very well? Here we go. Read this, somebody.
I'm waiting until it's there.
Okay, it probably takes a
There's
little.
still nothing there.
Oh, it's the same one. It's the same one there. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Radhe says, people only recognize me when I'm wearing my post uniform. So uniform must be important for the so-called gurus, and they will not be
recognized.
Or they will not be recognized. Yeah. Uniform.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, It's just now it's time to go beyond the uniform. You got to go into the if you want to learn internal bhakti, you want to know. We need to know the symptoms of where God is working on this planet. Otherwise, it's very easy to. Well, it's not even easy. See, the thing is, you could see where the illusion is working. Maybe not. A lot of people can't even recognize the illusion. Can you imagine that? They think the illusion is true. They think the hypocrisy is real. You see, so there's so much confusion in this world. What people need to know now, more than anything, is where the Transcendental Lord is delivering people from this fear and lamentation and anxiety and disease. See, otherwise, the world goes to pot. See, so that's what preaching is to announce the good tidings, announce the good news when it's available. That's the thing now. Yeah. See, so Jesus used people to announce the good news. The good news was here. He was here. He had a message that was put on his heart, a very powerful one that would deliver people, and get them out of illusion. So so anyway, people became saints by hearkening to the message. So we also got a message like that, and in a sense, it's a further extension. See, it's like it's the next. It's the things that Jesus wanted to tell people that couldn't bear it. All these little details here. It's very relishable. It's very relishable, these details. They can't. They just have the Bible there, and it's just basically Guru Tattva, and some things there, but there's more to the kingdom. And so anyway, the Lord Chaitanya was pleased to bring it forth so that we have this information. Just like the Bible is full of transcendental messages, spiritual messages that are this is the only thing that strengthens the heart. The Maya is always weakening the heart, making us fearful. See, driving people down into fear. This is predicted even in the Bible, if not the Vedas also. Yeah, but Jesus himself said that people's hearts will be failing because of fear. How is it so funny? See, because these times are predicted. People's hearts are failing for fear. Well, what's your alternative? See, its hearts are failing for fear, for a lack of knowing how to connect to the supreme transcendental Lord. What that means, actually. Everybody needs to know that. Christians need to know, any religion you're in, you need to know the transcendental symptoms of God. Who is God? What is God, really, in essence? Nobody knows. Big mystery, big speculations. You got to eat the bread of life, literally, like Jesus taught. You got to eat that bread of life, then you can get realization like he did, like Lord Chaitanya did, like all real devotees do. See, you have to have that. Otherwise, you're lost. You're lost in this Maya. You're lost even in the New Age. You just nothing is clear. You can ask a New Age person, well, what is life about? Why are you suffering? They don't know. Who are you? Where do you come from? I don't know. They don't know, but they give nice talks, talking about this and that and everything that's nothing to do with the essence of the problem. They don't know. Nobody knows unless they're very intimate with God, and then the Lord shows that person who shows the world. Now that's a teacher, a real teacher. We need that kind of teacher now. Somebody really intimate with the Lord and gives a very important message according to the time, place, and circumstance. And this is the essence is be delivered by associating with devotees who have a very intimate, close relationship with God, just like the example of Lord Chaitanya and Jesus taught. See? That is the only real association in this world, because only people with real devotion are real. Everybody's fake, more or less fakes, replicas. See? Why would you want to fake? Nobody likes fakes. Do you like fakes? No, nobody likes fakes. See, we need reality. See, reality is ascertained by a person who is tasting that reality, relishing it, experiencing that reality. See, that's why Jesus said, I'm the bread of life. What does that mean? You got to eat God. And you can. But you have to be born again. You have to be spiritually awakened. See? Many Christians don't know that. That's why they're going around telling you got to serve the government now. See, they're actually on the wrong side. Well, the right side, because by destiny. We got in the Vaishnavas also follow the government, do what they say. Now, can you imagine? So it's all who do you want to stand behind now? The devotees is where you'll get this beautiful verse here. The Lord, if you got to become a resident of Vrindavan, and the way you do that is in association with real devotees, and then you'll get the mercy of Krishna. See, the mercy of Krishna follows the mercy of devotees. See, this is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Madhurya Kandamini. The mercy of Krishna follows the mercy of the devotee. See, it follows the mercy of a devotee. If you don't, that's why you don't go directly. You can't get that special mercy. It's very special, very unique, very uncommon. See, it follows those kinds of devotees. Yeah. So the message is the mercy. The message is, what is this devotee saying? See, so what was the mercy of Prabhupada? He gave people rules and regulations and a foundation. What was the mercy of Moses? Kind of the same thing. Same kind of thing. Get things, going, get people becoming little civilized. Start having sex with your mother. It was stuff like that. It was back then. Stop having sex with animals. They were doing shit like that. So people needed to have some basics, and what Prabhupada was thinking the same thing. Look at these people in America. They're wild, wild in illusions, mode of passion and ignorance. So what do? Yeah, give them some rules, regulations, get a foundation, go on pilgrimage. Look, a lot of devotees now, right? They go in, they're chanting, they go to India, their pilgrimages, they read Prabhupada's books, they have faith in Prabhupada. So this is, this important foundation. Okay? So what do you think, Tom?
Yeah, thanks for asking. Well, I'm thinking a lot listening to you. And I'm thinking about upgrades, that it's personal. For everyone, there's a next step. So some they first need some more basics. Some can. They are all on different levels.
Yeah.
Like someone, he knows the theory, he knows, but he doesn't know the practice. He doesn't know how to preach. He doesn't know how to taste these mellows, these transcendental ecstatic mellows.
Mhm.
So everyone is in a certain stage. So yes, but you only can get it in this stage. You can get this quality in this stage,
Mhm.
and you have to even surpass the theoretical knowledge. You have to make it practical. You have to come into this flow, and there are a lot of obstacles for everyone to reach the next step.
Mhm.
And like making illusions. No, I cannot do this. This is too big for me. This is too much of a responsibility. I want to stay at this level. For everyone, there's an obstacle, and it needs trust, faith to overcome that personal step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and so the thing is, this message is not for everybody in the sense. It is, many are called, but a few are chosen. So it's for those who are inspired, like the waitress comes. Is a good example. Thank you for Amy for being a good example. Waitress comes. Where did she come? Somehow or other, she heard the message. This is what, see, even like here we're coming from a Vaishnava maybe starting point, or with Jesus, okay? And it's very similar with Paul. He came from that kind of Jewish perspective, where Jesus also, came for and then all of a sudden the message goes out and starts to attract people that were just in the world, worldly people. Because they were meant to hear the message. So it's not, not everybody will hear it, of course. We have some members that come and they leave, right? Like Lalita was talking to one, and you could see, wow, they're really, you're seeing what I've seen too. It's like, what happened to your knowledge? It's like you can't even, and they think they're doing, but that's what happens. They get a different opinion, and it's not a very good one. It's like, you could see it's lower. It's not clear. It's like, they lost it. Every one of them does that same thing. Their consciousness is lowered, and they can't hear what you're saying, and they're like in another universe. Go ahead, Tom.
Yes.
Or somebody.
When I listen to you, I feel you need some kind of approach of service. And there are people coming here, they already have an approach of a serving approach. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to continue this serving approach. If you don't have that characteristic, then it's a little more difficult. But you need to use your serving power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's part of the process. But this serving, even by coming and participating, is great service. It's important. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what happened here. Kuniraj, yeah. Yeah, by Lord Krishna's mercy, the Gopa people in Vrindavan did not know anything of disease, lamentation, or fear. See, they're all spontaneous devotees, they just naturally attracted. That's what it's about. This is what we're promoting here is to help people become naturally spiritually awakened like those residents and attracted. That's why it takes an actual resident, an actual devotee who's awakened to assist that. Otherwise, you can't assist the birth on people. Where would they go? Even people that are awakened, they need nurturing. They need that relationship, that friendship. That help. Just like in the residents were here, they had a family. They had, a village. This is like a Vrindavan village here. It's very necessary. And so the Lord is bringing, like Prabhupada came and Krishna came, because, there are people that need this. It's our work. Yeah. They want to have Krishna as their family member. See, and it's so great because he takes away our lamentation. Lord Chaitanya, who is also Radha and Krishna, same, is they take away our lamentation, our disease, and fear. And so this actually, even in these times, I know for me, it just helps me just keep to go even more into, it's like more desire to go more into the shelter, because it's like either or now.
Radhe has an interesting question.
Okay, go ahead, read it.
Do we have power over our consciousness, or do we have to accept the level of it, given to us due to karma or past lives? Or can we change?
Aha, you answer. What would your answer be?
Of course we can change, Radhe. You need the vibrations, you need to hear, and that will change you, will wake you up, you will change. Enormous.
Yeah, and look at Radha, I can just see the symptoms of your changes already. You change by association. See, by associating with your husband who is listening here and you're listening here, and you're changing. You probably can feel it also. I'm sure you can. This is what it's about, is to see whatever you're doing. Are you advancing on the spiritual path? Do you feel more close with God? Do you feel more happy, more relieved? Okay? You got to be like a scientist. People don't know. They don't know a standard, if it's working. For now, we can help even Vaishnavas. Okay, you've been in Vaidhi Bhakti. Are you satisfied with just going to that level? Are you satisfied with the rules and regulations and just ceremonies and the Swami? I was watching a kirtan, people walking down, is doing the Swami step, and I think, I don't know, it just seemed boring to me, just like walking down in a procession, like a ceremonial procession, doing some canned step, they're all doing exactly the same thing, and nobody was exuberant, really. This kind of just very official. I mean, so anybody out there, you want to move on? You want to go a little deeper? You want to start relishing mellows? You want to understand what the books are all talking about and what Lord Chaitanya was doing? He was relishing mellows. When you start tasting the mellows of intimacy, chanting God's name, you're going to go wild with bliss and wild with ecstasy. Like you see here, people think this is crazy. Crazy? This is what the Lord came here to. This is what you're worshiping. I could say what Jesus said. We know who we're worshiping. You don't. You got to come to the point of relishing mellows if you really want to know why Lord Chaitanya came here. Isn't that? I read it over and over again. Lord Chaitanya came here to relish devotional mellows. The real spiritual master relishes mellows. The books say that. Narottam's song you sing every day is saying that. You know? See, people but here, but they're not. You see, you got to be spiritually awakened by this kind of association so that you can relish what you've been repeating like a parrot for 50 years. You know, they just don't understand it. They just read it like externally, and they just read it but don't understand the deep meanings. So anyway, you need to be awakened to do that. That means you need the association of awakened devotees. It's that simple. Again and again, it's the same message. It was a message when they were all here. Take the association of awakened devotees who relish mellows. Man, that's what real Krishna consciousness is about. It's not about anything else. Is you got to taste intimacy with God. That's why the Lord came here. And if you know that reason, you can go back to Godhead, because then you know where the real path is. You can look for it. You can look for the symptoms of that. That's here. Where else is it? Who else is the real guru who's spiritual, who's relishing mellows and awakening others so that they can relish mellows? Where's that going on? Because that's real Krishna consciousness. That's available now beyond this ceremonial Swami step worship. Official, wow, they're really doing it nicely, and you look at the face, they're drawn, no exuberance like you read about in a book. Oh man, when you're intimate and close, and Krishna's close, and Radha's close to you, you're going to go wild in ecstasy, my friends. You're going to get wild. It's a wild experience, my friends. It's, and it's amazing. You want to be free of fear. What I'm seeing, religion ain't strong enough, man. Vaishnava religion, they're just bowing down to the government, who is very corrupt now. Very corrupt. They're after to get you, my friends, and put you in the ground if you listen to them. That is a depopulation thing. And they are aggressively going for it, man. And many churches are believing it. Many temples are believing it. And said, yes, our members, come on, step up to the plate. See? That's what you get when you're not awakened, my friends. You don't get the right information. You're not close enough to God for him to show you what the heck's really going on behind the hypocrisy. That's big time manifest now. Big time. Not small time, not small player. Big time hypocrisy. The whole leadership, the kings are behind it. Just same like Bhagavatam. When Kamsa was here, he got strong. Why? He got all these kings together, and they always argue and all that, but they got together and did a pact. See? That's happening now. The whole world is behind it, and they think, we're really strong now. We can take on the whole world, put them under submission, all that. That's Maya. It's at that point. Go ahead, Tom.
I like to make it practical for myself, yes. And in the morning, also this morning again, I ask myself, in what state of consciousness I want to wake up. In the morning, yes, and I become to see it becomes clear, yes. I can wake up in this state of consciousness, thinking about material things, about food, about. But I can also, so I now I can distinguish. I can really choose to wake up in this connection, in this association, in this consciousness. And that, for me, it became a real practical choice every morning. And there was this time I went back to bed, 3 or 4 times, because I didn't like the state of consciousness. I didn't like my awakeness. I just went back. Let's try again. And the third time I connected with this Krishna consciousness.
Wow.
Yeah, and consciously awakened. And this association, this morning, the first thing I did was connecting to here. Yes, maybe you saw I just came out of bed. So choosing for this awakening is for me very practical, and it works.
It works.
This is solid. This is solid. Practical.
Yeah, that's great. Practical. Yeah. What do you think there, River? What's on your little mind? Big heart.
So is that like a state that we can all do? Choose our consciousness in the morning. Can we all do that? You know, right? I'm going to wake up today. Is that like a state that we can all do?
Let me do that. Here.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'll mute. I need to mute when.
I have to turn that down. Let me just do this.
Oh, you're turning some. Oh, you have two things on or something.
Can you hear me, Maharaj?
Yeah, I hear you good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
1 minute.
I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
It's just that the sound is really low on my computer for some reason. Yeah, can we do that then? So we can say for instance, I said, right, I'm going to wake up in Krishna consciousness in the morning. I'm definitely going to do that. And then I'll wake up in Krishna consciousness in the morning. Is it something that we can control?
Try it.
Okay.
Experiment.
Yeah, I will. I'll try it.
Yeah. What do you think, Lolita?
Of course, you can just start chanting and you're there. You know, when you're lying in your bed, you feel the Lord very, very strong when you're lying down. You think of a pastime while you're laying down, you're immediately there. Try it.
Yeah, I think I'll try that too. Sounds good.
It's powerful.
This is so practical. I like this. Yes, she tells her experience and gives us clues how to do it. She has experience. She sees the proof. So I like this practical tips.
Yeah, practical tips are really good. Yeah. Let's see here. I got something here. Oh, how do I do this? Is it show and stream? Please make it into an audio or what? I was trying to show something here. Staging. Okay. Yeah, anyway. Who wants to read something? Okay, go for it. Read some Chaitanya. Read whatever you want. I'll be right there.
Okay. I need some practical time to feel. Our Chaitanya Bhagavat, or I'm thinking about Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. In what consciousness I want to wake up? Hare Krishna, in what consciousness I want to wake up now? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. I feel my energy goes to Shri Vas, this friendship, this congregational association. Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And now I trust, this is funny to express what's going on. Now I trust that Krishna will bring me the right energy, the right answer coming from this question, or arising as an answer to this question. I asked for the Shrivas energy. Thank you, Srila Gauradas. Thank you, Association Pure Devotees. This is not a beginning of a chapter. It's right in the middle. It's Chaitanya Bhagavat Adikanda chapter 16. It says the demigods. The demigods desire the touch. Demigods desire the touch of a pure and transcendental form of Srila Haridas Thakur and Ganga Mata. Also prays that her waters will be sanctified by his presence. So this is about the demigods' desire. The demigods desire the touch of the pure and transcendental form of Srila Haridas Thakur, and Ganga Mata also prays that her waters will be sanctified by his presence. So they are asking of the presence of Srila Haridas Thakur. However, one needs to touch. Srila Das Thakur. However, one needs to touch Srila Das Thakur. So when the demigods desire, then they have to touch. However, one needs to touch, the contact. One needs to touch Srila Das Thakur. Simply by seeing him, one is automatically freed from the external cycle of birth and death. So this touch, it also works with seeing. Seeing is also touching. Simply by seeing him, one is automatically freed from the eternal cycle of birth and death. Wow, how powerful. Just by seeing, touching, making contact. Hare Krishna. Furthermore, one who sees a devotee who has taken shelter at the lotus feet of Srila Haridas Thakur is also granted freedom from material bondage. This is exactly what I asked for, yes? Furthermore, one who sees, it's practical. Furthermore, one who sees a devotee who has taken shelter at the lotus feet of Srila Haridas Thakur is also granted freedom from material bondage. This is the way out, the practical way out. I have a question, because I don't know the energy of Srila Haridas Thakur, but I trust Guru, and I know my Guru, he can bring me in touch with this energy of Srila Haridas Thakur. I want to listen, and I want Can you please tell us about who is Haridas Thakura?
Who is Haridas Thakura? Lalita, why don't you tell us who Haridas Thakura is?
He was a Muslim devotee who actually was conscious of Krishna, who was chanting the holy names, who was really in love with Lord Chaitanya, really deeply in love with Lord Chaitanya, and who spread Krishna consciousness in the little Muslim villages. He was, the Lord accepted him and embraced him very dearly. He loved Haridas a lot because Haridas Thakur was very, 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 very devoted to him and to Krishna, to Radha Krishna. He chanted loads and loads of rounds. He actually he wanted to leave his body in the presence of the Lord. That was his wish when he became weak, and that's what the Lord gave him. He left his body, and then in the presence of the Lord and his associates, and then Lord Chaitanya glorified him really, and there was a big feast. To glorify actually Saint Haridas Thakur. He was a real saint. And his mood was really his devotion. He was extremely devoted to the Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, Haridas was very intimate. You could tell, let's see, internally he was chanting in ecstasy and intimacy. It just shows you by his actions. He was very intimate. He would just walk down this in the villages and along the Ganga and just chant Hare Krishna in ecstasy right before the whole world. And he would sometimes laugh, sometimes cry. He just exhibited externally all these things. And so when Lord Chaitanya appeared, he knew, oh, my Lord is here in the form of Lord. He could see that, recognize that. He could recognize real devotees because, see, ecstatic devotion enables you to understand who your real brothers are and sisters. Otherwise, nobody knows. Yeah, you don't know an awakened soul. And that's why if you lose faith in real association like this, it's a big offense in a sense. You just like cast back out into the darkness. Literally, I mean, you're back out in the darkness, and that's unfortunate, but that's the lesson. Oh yeah, you hear you get real. Here you're getting delivered, man. So some people that's their path. They're cast back out into the darkness for a life or so, and then they come because the Lord, people just foolish. We have some different kinds of foolishness in us, and anyway, the Lord will rectify it at some point, just because the persons did come, and did their best in that sense. And then just somehow got bewildered because of bad association. Or you see it. Even you guys get the chance to see what I've seen already. You see people coming and they have good promise and everything, and then boom. What happened? They just. Yeah. So Haridas is great. He had intimacy with God. You could see internally worshiping like that. And then when the Lord appeared, he could recognize and took the shelter of Lord Chaitanya. So it was beautiful in that sense. Yeah. I feel like reading something. While I got some consciousness. I got up a bit early today and then I waited. I don't know. I may have to just, when I wake up early, I'm just going to go on whether anybody else is on or not. Otherwise, I lose my I start getting, I lose my this is what I've done. As soon as I wake up, I want to go, kind of like Tom. just want to get into it and do it, whether it's early or a little bit later. I just kind of do that. So I don't know,
This is very inspiring for me, what you say, because it's very practical. Yes, it's about exhibiting things. This is just hearing you this sentence about he was walking about along the banks of the river, chanting, being practical, exhibiting these things. This really resonates with me. It inspires me. And it makes it practical. I'm thinking, oh yes, I can do that, and this is I can feel this is my personal progress to do that more, to just walk and chant and in nature along the banks of the river. That is my personal next step, I feel. So thank you for touching this. This is also touching. This is also making me conscious. Touching is making it's like like touching, like poking, like waking up. Yeah, this is a wake up call for me. It inspires me to take my personal next step to to more show this. What was the word? Exhibiting.
Yeah, and touching could then you don't have to be. See, the spiritual body is not material. You touch it, it can be touched just by the word, by the sound vibration. It touches the spiritual body. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, so let's see here. What was I reading here? I'll read a little bit of this. I like that. I also like what you said about what mood do I want to wake up. That's really a good realization, actually. Thank you for that. Yeah, because it's kind of, I can relate to that. Yeah, what mood do we want to wake up? Let's see. I don't know if I want to wake up this mood anymore. But let's see. Yeah, actually, what mood do I want to wake up here? Actually, I want to wake up a kind of a Bhagavatam mood here. Let's try that. Bhagavatam, what is this? Yeah, that's a good one, man. What mood do you want to wake up when that's exactly what we do, kind of wake up different moods, huh? Okay, let's wake up this mood here of a story with Canto 7 and Nishingadev Slays. Prahlad, the best of exalted devotees. Okay. Chapter 10 of Canto 7. So get your book out there, somebody, or everybody that can. Chapter 10, Prahlad, you can use the Veda base if you want. Chapter 10, Prahlad, the best among exalted devotees. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, text 1. The Saint Narada Muni continued, although Prahlad Maharaj was only a boy, when he heard the benedictions offered by Lord Nishingadev, he considered them impediments on the path of devotional service. Thus he smiled very mildly and spoke as follows. Prahlad Maharaj said, My dear Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, because I was born in an atheistic family, I am naturally attached to material enjoyment. Isn't that amazing to have a relationship with God like that? Even externally that happened. This is where our destiny, we're going to actually see God. Here we're seeing him through our ears. But there we'll actually see the Lord. Just like here we're seeing people in the world. We're going to actually see the Lord. Experience in closeness, like we are already here. As above, so below. So that what's above is coming below for us here in this world. See, as human beings, we're having this relationship with God. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's what people need, man. The Lord's, his association is transcendental, spiritual. See? And then the shadow just dissolves. This here just dissolves. Finished. See, in the light, the real light. What is the shadow in the midst of the light? That's why it seems we're so ridiculous what people are doing. Trying to control everything, all this stuff. The Lord's in, why not let the Lord be in control? Trying to own everything. Why not let the Lord own everything? He already does anyway. It's the truth. This is why you see this reality of the capitalism, all this is being destroyed, and then the demons think, yeah, we're gonna get our share of this. We're gonna be the controller. We're gonna be like God. No. The Lord wants to show the truth that He is the owner. It's so much better deal for us. So much better deal. He's responsible. You ever had weight on your shoulders, all this, or you bend over, there's so much responsibility. But when the truth is He's responsible, the Lord is responsible. We're here to be in the kingdom and play with God. The Lord says, I just want somebody to play with. I'll take care of everything. I have a form, takes care of everything. This is the truth. Isn't it true? I love the truth, man. I love the different layer. We wake up this truth that the Lord, this is a good one, Tom. Thank you. We wake up the truth that the Lord he's the controller, man. Don't worry, climate change. What do you think you got? Well, we got to do something about. Doesn't it sound ridiculous that these guys, we got to do something about the climate? It's climate change. Yeah, of course, climate's always changing. Why don't you let God handle the thing? It's His thing. He created all this. Who the hell are you? Oh, I want to be God. I want to be controller. Oh, man. So much work. They want to control people's minds and emotions now. They got these things they're using. It's so diabolical. They want to control everything, control people's minds and emotions to make them do what is this? It's like a mad scientist reality. They're trying, it is a bad dream, man.
Yeah, I want to say, wake up to them. Get real. Wake up in another consciousness. Get real.
Yeah, wake up. This is part of it. Yeah, waking up to the truth, man. Reality distinguished from illusion. This is Bhagavatam, man. Reality is the Lord is the owner, man. That's what's going to happen. People will see that, oh yeah, we're here and we're actually free. But people, they don't know how to go about this freedom. See, they don't know how to be, inside they want, see the good people, they want to be free and they want to be sovereign. Sorry, man, but you got to wake up your spiritual body. That is free in God, in relationship with the Lord. See, that's where the freedom is. Otherwise, you can't overcome the Lord's Maya by your own. I'm just going to be sovereign in my material body, in my material mind. It's not even, it can't. It's not going to happen. See, people they need the new world order, ordered by the Lord, not by demons and not by demigods. They fall short, always 2 fingers too short. The new world order, I'm telling you, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be ordered by the truth. The truth. God owns every friggin' thing. Everything. Even every single hair on our body. And people are going to rejoice in that. Oh, good. My burden's off of me. The Lord is the owner. I had 11 apartment buildings one time. I had money. I was going here and there. I had all this rental income. I could just go everywhere, man. I was going to go. I was in Cancun, and all this. But man, being an owner, all these people, dependent on you, and the way, man, this needs to be fixed, that needs to be fixed. Stack of bills had to pay every day, every week practically, and then people trying to sue me because they think this guy has money, man, let's go. And is the thieves come out, the lawyers come out. After 2 years of that, I was on ready to have a heart attack, man. My heart was. That's when I thought something's wrong, man. I'm taking a 2-month vacation now. I'm not thinking about anything. But that's being, ownership, and you have all this stuff. Can you imagine Bill Gates? That's why he's always nervous. Everybody, they think this new world order is going to fix it. That's a demonic. It's not in truth. It's in the lie. The new world order is already ordered so nicely. Isn't it nice? The sun comes up every day. The rain comes when it comes. Fires start when they're supposed to. I mean, the demons are getting it. Come on, man. They're starting the friggin' fires, man. That's what they do. Come on, you guys are, you're exposed, man. Bhagavatam exposes you. This is Hiranyakashipu. Said, okay, go out there and start trouble, start the fires. See, that's when you see excessive fires. It's not just when the demigods are, do balancing things out. Yeah, they get in on the act, and then everything is excessive because the demons and the demigods. The demons are trying to imitate God and the demigods, and so they're all starting fires now. And everything's burned. Look at poor Janaki's having a hard time getting up here because so much smoke. You can't even see driving down the road, probably. The demons are all starting fires. They got satellites. We can start a fire here and there, and they put out their henchmen going out and doing these things, as well as so many other things. See, so anyway, the New World Order is just the truth, man. That's really what it is. The Lord, just from like lightning flashing from the east to the west, that's the way it's going to be. The truth is it's going to be here. Come on, man. It's all inside. Just needs to be awakened. The worship the devotees are doing, not just us. They're devotees, man. They're worshiping God, man. And the Lord will save the planet, and he will do it inside by giving even demons the right understanding. Why not? Demons, demigods, whoever he chooses to understand. And it's going to be in the mass thing. Just like people are under a mass psychosis now. You notice? Mass fear. Well, hey, man, how about mass truth? People become enlightened. Oh, wow, God is in me. I feel the strength of the Lord. See? We're the first fruits. That's why I love this. I just love talking about the truth. Isn't it nice? So refreshing to hear the truth that God owns even that. Let's awaken that, right, Tom? Yeah, let's awaken this. God owns everything. What an amazing statement. What an amazing truth. It's true. And I think even demons might even say, well, you're probably right. The God is the controller. Isn't he controlling? The planet is spinning every day. We're here. We wake up. We got air. He's the creator. He created air. Isn't that nice? What do we need besides air to breathe? Really? It's great. The body can stay in while our soul is in this body. We can breathe. Yeah, food is around. You just eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of things around. Yeah, he changes the weather. Sometimes it rains. Sometimes it gets sunny. What is this thing? Climate change is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Of course climate changes. It always does. It always has. The climate has gotten along good enough without any interference, except when technology arises, then they get corrupted, Too much technology corrupts. Too much money corrupts people. Too much responsibility. Yeah, man. It's ridiculous. Go ahead, Tom.
If you look, it becomes very obvious, very clear. Yes, they're just giving the self away. Yes, they say yes. I'm concerned. For me, your privacy is the first thing. Yes, there's some slogan, but they give themselves away. They want your privacy. They just give themselves away. I'm maybe I feel my point is not coming through.
Yeah, it's just not it's just the Maya. Yeah, the Maya wants. See, this thing is an imitation. See, people that are under the illusory potency, they want to imitate God. God knows everything. He's watching everything we do. See, they want to do this. See, they want this. The demons who are under the illusory potency, they want to see. They want to take the position of God and see what's going on in everything you do. It's the way the illusion works. You're serving the illusion, then the illusion is an imitator. It wants to imitate the Lord. It wants to take the Lord's position, which it can never do. All it does is screw things up. It makes people unhappy. It makes them unhappy. It's just those who are serving the Lord's illusory energy are destined for unhappiness. They'll never be able to get it. That's why they, anyway, that's why this Lord is saying, hey, man, come in attunement with God and the way nature and the laws of nature and the law of our being works, is meant to work. The Lord is the sun. We are the particles, his servants, the transcendent. See, we need transcendental knowledge, and we serve the Lord by disseminating this. The shadow is disseminating illusions, and people are listening to the illusion and being very unhappy. See, we're disseminating the truth and becoming very ecstatic because of it, very relieved, very without disease, without fear. People just need the truth, and those who the Lord chooses to hear from this, you'll be free and you'll be without disease and without fears. See, this is what we're doing. Even for religion, we're getting people out of religion, out of Vaishnava religion, teaching the real truth is the real guru chosen by God is going to be absorbed in tasting the bread of life, relishing devotional mellows, tasting the ecstasy of intimacy and closeness with God. See, that is the truth. And the dis-ease in religion, and there'll always be there because it's speculation, material motivation mixed in, is lack of understanding the truth as it is. That's simple. This is why, self-realization is a very simple thing, and you can get it very simply if you follow the path, the real path, the real path, not the basically all these speculations out there. The as it is. That's why you see Bhagavad Gita as it is. Prabhupada felt it was very important to use that word as it is.
Yeah. No interference by tax collectors who wants to divide.
Yeah, they got the motive, material motive. See, the motive of a devotee is just the truth. It's so tasty. It's the bread of life. It gives you inspiration, gives you energy, gives you life. It's food. Gives you transcendental happiness. Why? It makes the Lord very happy. Oh, good, you're sharing with my parts and parcels this truth. Oh, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. So few like you. See, we're here to make the few more of the many. So, we all have to do this work, engaging in this work. Jesus engaged. He says, I'm like the manager of the vineyard, just helping things get along, engaging people and working. We're all working for the same thing, the truth, man, set people free. from illusions and serving the shadow, the illusory potency that Christians call the devil, and Vaishnavas call Maya, Mahamaya. Okay? Truth sets everything free. It sounds as a contradiction. Real independent is depending on Krishna. Yeah. Yeah, because, our nature, see, again, this is truth. Our nature is never to be independent. See? So we're either depending on Maya for inspiration, which never works out good. She's always cheating. She cheats everything. Go ahead, Lily.
When you depend on Krishna, you feel really independent on all the rest.
Yeah,
and
you're
there's
free.
no harm in it.
Yeah. Our nature is to be dependent, but there's power, real intelligence, it's like you bring forth God in this world, who is very intelligent, very logical, very free. See, so in a sense, we're free and independent, but we're dependent on that freedom by being in the truth. See, we're dependent on the truth, on real knowledge. See, real understanding, eternal, who we are, what we are, why we're here. What is illusion? See, we're dependent on those truths. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Sim says, strange that it's working that way, but that's just the difference between material dependence and transcendental dependence. That's just the difference. That there is your freedom when you're not dependent on material things. You have this transcendental dependence. There is your freedom.
That's your freedom. Yeah. See, it's you feel, because you're expressing God in this world. See, the illusion traps you into being a slave. But in a sense, we're a slave for God. Like St. Paul said, I'm a slave for Jesus. But he loved it. He loved that relationship. So we're set free in that way. It's kind of like it's hard to understand until you're in the experience, and it's like a person when they say, well, God, God's happiness is my happiness in you, and how can that be? I'm God is over there and I'm over here, and how could you can't figure out how it works, but that's because we're not in our relationship with the intimate relationship with the Lord, where we realize these things. That's why you need to be in sadhu sangha with some that are realizing this, because you'll see with your own eyes, there's more power in that, more freedom, more intelligence, more logic, more ecstasy. This is why people, if you lose this path, and you lose it. You literally lose it. You lose realization. You go into less intelligence. That's what you saw with that guy who left here, and you had a dialogue with him. You saw he became less intelligent. You wonder, like, what is this? I saw people that go to these alleged highest guru. They say, I don't know, they say it, but then I talk to them, and they're less intelligent. I don't know. My students become more intelligent. So that's how I discern what is working, man. Who is really bringing forth the real deal, So it's very rare right now. We'll make it less rare though, because that's the purpose. Yeah. Look what Jesus did. Many people are getting so much life and inspiration from that. But, can you imagine what Lord Chaitanya brought all of this, all these devotees, not just 11 fishermen, man, thousands of devotees, wrote all these wonderful literatures and everything about the kingdom of God. Can you imagine what's going to come from that tree? This will bring everybody, whether you're a Muslim, just like he did. When he was here, Muslims came, Buddhists came, many people came because he was more logical than anybody. He was more clear than anybody because of ecstatic, intimate worship. It's the same thing here. If that's what I say, do 30 days here and see how much clarity is here. You know, how much logic is here, how much ecstasy is here, how much spiritual happiness is here, how much realization is here. And then go out and compare. People don't know the standard. You know, you're not trained in the standard. I just come here, yeah, we'll train you in the internal standard. And then you won't be blinded by externals. You know, you go out there and you go and see, well, he must be a guru because he's got a nice dhoti on, and because the GBC, the clerks out there, you know, mundane clerks, you know, and you know, they love being, you know, clerky, you know, and they just gave him a nice rubber stamp of approval to be a savior now. You'll see how ridiculous that is. The most ridiculous thing in the world. Well, he followed the program, you know, religiously. Therefore, he did all the right things. He kissed our ass, man. And therefore, we can make him a deliverer, a savior of his disciples. You come here, you'll see how ridiculous that is. Literally ridiculous. You'll see how ridiculous everything is that is in the Maya, in the illusion, in the world. You see how ridiculous these guys trying to contract and trace and control everything. You'll see how ridiculous it is, you know, to try and be God in this world. You know, there's so many ridiculous things going on. Jesus saw this. Jesus, he said, you know, you guys are like, I'm amongst a bunch of children. Fools, rascals, children. You know, running amok. Maya's doing all that. Here, read that. Oh, I got to do it this way. Here we go.
The freedom you experience when you fully depend on Krishna gives a feeling of independence, although you depend on Krishna. That's true. The Jiva is always depending, whether Mahamaya or Yogamaya.
Yeah, people don't know that.
No.
See, they don't have that truth. That's why you need to come in line in the real spiritual master. But you see, you got to really get it. These people, they come and they see that, but they can't act it. You gotta act that way. You gotta act like a real disciple. You gotta do, that's the deed. See, you gotta do the deed in this world. See, you gotta come before a bona fide spiritual master and not somebody trying to imitate that. See, it's all imitation. All the way into religion is imitation. Imitating guru, imitating God. Same thing, actually. Matter of fact, when you become a guru, before you are actually qualified and empowered to do the job, then you're just trying to imitate God, imitate guru. See, it's the same thing. It translates by imitate. It means you're stuck there. You need to be broken through. You know, that's why as soon as you say you come as a disciple and the Lord gives you a bona fide guru, and then you start to do your own opinion, you see what happens with that. People leave and their consciousness is downgraded. See, because you're trying to imitate, you're thrown back into the material energy.
Yeah, there are so many ways to express, to talk about, to give words to this awakening. It's about engaging. It's about becoming alive into this transcendental awareness. To become alive.
Yeah.
Wake up, become alive, become conscious, get out of your circle. But I feel every person, he needs a very specific individual key to find his upgrade. For one, it's the word become alive, waking up. It's very individual. People who are in slavery, they can hear words like, yeah, you have to become a slave of this one. So the words are very individual.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Saint Narda, thank you, Tom. The Saint Narda continued, although Prahlad Maharaj was only a boy, when he heard the benedictions offered by Lord Nrsingadev, he considered them impediments on the path. Let's hear what those benedictions were. I got to go back to the previous chapter, I guess. Okay, so chapter 7, what is this? 10, 9. Okay, let's go towards... Okay, I'll just start at verse number 14. 15. Oh, my Lord, you are never conquered by anyone. I am certainly not afraid of your ferocious mouth and tongue, your eyes bright like the sun, or your frowning eyebrows. I do not fear your sharp, pinching teeth, your garland of intestines, and your mane soaked with blood, or your high wedge-like ears. Nor do I fear your tumultuous roaring, which makes elephants flee to a distant place, or your nails, which are meant to kill your enemies. O most powerful, insurmountable Lord, who are kind to the fallen souls, I have been put into association of demons as a result of my activities. Therefore, I am very much afraid of my condition of life within this material world. So, Tom, you got the chapter up?
Yes, I
Okay.
try to find it again.
Chapter 9 and text number 16.
It comes to 7, 9, 16.
Yeah.
Seven.
Actually, wait a second here. River, you want to read? Or are you distracted? Do you want to read, River? Get her engaged a little bit. You're still muted. You're still muted. Still muted. Still muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry, the sound on my computer is really low on Be Live for some reason. So I have to have it on my phone.
Okay. All right.
I'm not well. I keep getting really hot flushes.
Oh, okay.
So
Go
it's
ahead.
kind of.
Go ahead, Tom. You can read that.
I have 7, 9, 11.
16.
16, verse 16.
Yes.
Canto 7, chapter 9.
Yeah.
O great one. O great one. O supreme Lord, because of combination with pleasing and displeasing circumstances, and because of separation from them, one is placed in the most regrettable position within heavenly or hellish planets, as if burning in the fire of lamentation. Although there are many remedies by which to get out of miserable life, Any such remedies in the material world are more miserable than the miseries themselves. Wow. Therefore, I think that the only remedy is to engage. There is the word. I was hoping for this word. Engage in your service. Kindly instruct me in such service. Shall I repeat the whole thing?
Do you want to? Is that what you're thinking? You don't have to, but if you want to.
O Great One, O Supreme Lord, because of combination with pleasing and displeasing circumstances, and because of separation from them, one is placed in the most regrettable position within heavenly or hellish planets, as if burning in the fire of lamentation. Although there are many remedies by which to get out of miserable life, any such remedies in the material world are more miserable than the miseries themselves. Therefore, I think that the only remedy is to engage in your service. Kindly instruct me in such service.
Yeah, I mean, this all the people generally know in the world is pleasing and displeasing circumstances. See, so but that's always going to be here in this Maya. There's always pleasing. Like right now, we're in a cycle. It's displeasing it's pleasing to the demons, and it's displeasing to the demigods. And sometimes the demons are displeased. So it's pleasing and, just back and forth, back and forth. And so and people are trying to counteract it in so many different ways practically. Oh yeah, let's get out information. Let's do this. Let's do it like this. See, always trying to counteract it in different ways. But the best way is you just come into the service of the Transcendental Lord, which is a process. You come, you find the real devotees, and they engage you. They awaken that ability to serve the Transcendental Lord. Otherwise, it's dormant in people. That's why it's dormant in devotees who are following unawakened persons. That's why really, we're here to show the real teach the real standard. That hey man, you want to engage in the Transcendental Lord's service and be free of this material Maya, that all your life is pleasing and displeasing. You a little pleased superficially from sense enjoyments, and then you're displeased because of the reactions. Especially when if that's all you have, you usually get addicted. You get totally addicted to food or whatever it is, cigarettes, all kinds of alcohol. Yeah. So and drying out is just a temporary thing. Like you can think, well, let me renounce all that. But then the desire is still there. We want to get intoxicated. We want some kind of addiction. And see, inside there. So we can only maybe stay it off. So the thing is, the addictive propensity is there because if you engage in the Lord's service, we also become addicted. You become addicted to serving the Transcendental Lord, and that's where the freedom is. That's where the intelligence is. That's where the spiritual power is. That's where real enlightenment is. That's where real happiness is. That's where all the real stuff is. The deep, see, it's deep. It's not superficial. It's not just external. It's about the internal. You see, the inside. What's inside? Kingdom of God is inside and at hand. So you can bring it up. Bring it in, serving the Lord. Chant his name, in ecstasy. Oh, you can't chant in ecstasy? Oh, well, come and associate with devotees who can. It's the best way. Okay? So Prahlad engaged people in the transcendental service of the Lord. Only the devotee can do that. Yeah. Go ahead, read some more.
Yeah. And I feel that now in this time there are a lot of people, they are just fed up with their own circle, and they are saturated. They want to progress. They become it's becoming so imprisoned
Mhm.
that they want to get out. So this is the right time to show them the upgrade, the way out. And
Yeah.
I really like the word engagement, to become
Yeah.
engaged and to become engaged in this next level.
Yeah, I mean, that's the service here, boldly preach this, preach this path, boldly, clearly, just put it out, man. Everything's being revealed now. There are people that are meant to hear this, but they got to hear it. Are you here to represent it, that path now? It's here. Deliverance is here. Yeah. So, yeah. So when then you're standing behind, just like, people in the world. The demons are standing behind what they're here to do, and the good people, the demigods, they're standing behind, they're fighting this. See? Well, we got to stand behind this. You got to stand behind something, and then you'll feel better even. You'll feel more engaged.
It's very complete, yeah, to stand behind, to understand, and to rely upon, to rest upon this. This is very complete shelter, more
Yeah,
complete than the other ones.
yes.
Like it says in the text, it will you could, when you stay there in the material world, all the are more miserable than the miseries themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get entangled in this imprisonment more.
Yeah.
So this is the real upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to even help you now. The Maya wants to really help you be miserable. The way out, they say, oh, the way out of this V thing is the V. Oh yeah, and that cure is more miserable than the disease. Practically, you don't know how. You could look, if you do research, you'll see people, they tried to do the right thing, and then, oh God, if I only knew. This is a horror story. If I knew how horrible this is to have this reality like that, I just want to tell people, and they censor all that. See, the cure is more worse than the disease. Yeah, practically. See, so that's why Prahlad's saying, I think the only cure is the loving service. You're engaging in your loving service. Yeah, really. And how do you do that? You just engage in the loving service of the Lord? No way. No. That ain't gonna happen. Otherwise you'll just, for your whole life, do the Swami external bhakti, Hey, see, this is Krishna consciousness. Just see, look at my drawn face. Where's no ecstasy, nothing. So see, that's what you see. That's not it. That's not it. You gotta come in the line with a real devotee who has real bhakti, real devotion, real knowledge, real understanding. Listen to them and hear from them. And then you very quickly get engaged in the loving service of the Lord. That's the process. That's the truth. See, this is the truth. The unpopular truth. See, it's not popular yet. That's why so many persons say, oh, in many lifetimes, maybe I can get Krishna. Oh, when will a tear come to my eye? When? Well, when you come to this Sangha here and chant with us. And very quickly tears will come. Usually. Unless you're a hard case. Even hard cases, just stick around. Tears will come. But that's it, man. That's the truth. See, and you try any other solution. Well, they've been doing this in ISKCON. They started out, well, we're pure, as soon as Prabhupada left, okay, we're pure devotees now. We got our seats. You worship us. That didn't quite work. So they try some other solution. See? And another solution. Nothing works but the truth. Truth, you got to find the empowered representative of Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. And they'll engage you in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. You will have that experience. You will see you're getting more deeply attracted to Krishna's transcendental nature and not to the superficial externals. It's time to move on from that. For those who have sufficient intelligence, anyway. See, I'm looking for truth my whole life, still ending up with Krishna as the ultimate truth. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, Krishna is the ultimate truth. Yeah, and you know what? Guru is the ultimate truth too. That's more important for people to know. Because you'll never understand that ultimate truth of Krishna unless you understand the ultimate truth of Guru, which comes first. Then the mercy of that realization comes, because they engage you in the loving service of the Lord. No one else has the power to do that. They hear people are developing that power because they're coming in the right way. And then the Lord says, okay, I can use you also. You're coming in the right way. And then people want to come in the right way. They got to come through the spiritual masters. I mean, even Lord Chaitanya set it up here 550 years ago. Same thing. Even while he was on the planet, people had spiritual masters. Liberated souls had it just to show the example and how, and they didn't care. Gadadhar didn't care. Yeah, I'll take Pundarik Vijayanidhi as my guru. Why not, man? He's an ecstatic devotee on, Vishwambhanu, the father of Radharani. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, I'll be your disciple. He didn't need a guru. He was an ecstatic devotee. He didn't need one, but since one was there, oh yeah, let me be your disciple. Then I'll be close to you. Disciples are close, right? Smart, intelligent. He didn't care. Too much fake gurus in the world where devotees take shelter. See, that's not the truth. See, we're here to, hey man, gold standard now. Truth is gold standard, right? Truth is, you need a guru empowered by Krishna where we can see and be sure. And it's not just a bluff or words. Oh yeah, a guru has to have love of God. Yeah. Where do you see it? Where? Oh no, we just say the words like parrots, Oh yeah, guru has love of God. Yeah. Well, my guru doesn't show it. Oh, I see. And we should just blindly believe, right? Just go for it, right? Just because they say. No hypocrisy in this world, right? No. Everybody, if they say they're guru, right? We don't need any proof, nothing. So this might be unpopular with some people. How dare you say that about, well, truth is truth. With it, just if you weren't so attached to illusion, then you would be able to analyze things. You would be able to look impartially, right? Illusion blinds people. This is the problem. They're attached. I love my guru. He is, everybody. He's so great. He's so great. Yeah, he's so great. Yeah. And then you tell them the truth. They're like, well, does your guru have this? Oh, how dare you even say anything about that? How dare you criticize my guru? What? I just asked, do they have tears in their eyes? Do they have ecstasy? Do they show signs of intimacy with God, of this uncontainable bliss? Do you see any of that? Oh, I don't want to hear that. Tell me lies.
I think that disciples also want to be cheated because their friends are cheated. And because of their false ego, nobody dares to take the step to say, yeah, but I'm going to listen to Guru Haridas. I'm going to try it out, because the others are going to say, what? This social pressure, actually.
Social pressure. Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
how Krishna tests you. See if you have the greed, the desire. Otherwise, the Maya just pulls you back. You got to develop spiritual strength. That comes by hearing, man. Learn the lesson that Jesus taught, in the parable of the sower. The empowered spiritual master is sowing the seeds to the kingdom of God. That kingdom of God is the loving service of the transcendental Lord, not as Maya, not religion, even beyond that, deeper. See, so the real spiritual master sows the seeds of the ecstatic, loving service of the Lord. That's why you got to hear sufficiently. Otherwise, you'll never get purified. You'll never come up to the stage of the loving service of the Lord on your own. You have to see, where is the Lord empowering a Savior? And that's the bona fide representative. No, it's only Jesus. Sorry, that ain't the full truth. That ain't clear enough. See, like this guy, they when they leave here, they really, Krishna wants to say, yeah, you leave this place, let me show you what happens. And we got a guy very vocal up there, saying the stupidest things. You really wonder, like, what the hell happened to you, man? Same thing with that Mahavirya, man. What the hell happened to you? Calling you a fool? See, that's what they've been doing to me for years. Don't think you're above this. You start being like that, they do the same thing. Jesus said, right? Hey, man, if they criticize me, laughed at me, they're going to laugh at you and call you fool also.
I don't care, I really
Doesn't
don't
matter,
care.
man. Too happy. Too happy being in the truth, man. Truth is so solid. Yeah, you can have your illusion, Mahavirya. I'll name your name. Mahavirya, you can have your friggin' stupid illusion. Hey, yeah, ex-wife, you can have your illusion up there. You're unhappy. You go crazy periodically. You can have that. Who else left here? Christina. Yeah, you ungrateful person. You can have your being alone. Being alone when you could have had this. Yeah, have that. Watch what happens. Well, you probably won't even see. You just be an illusion. Yeah, Mina, you too. Yeah, just go out there and be a big teacher amongst these stupid, foolish Vaidhi Bhaktas who can't see this either. You can't see it. They can't see it. You're all in the same boat again. That's the truth, isn't it? What do you want me to just let it slide? They left gold for garbage. That's the truth, man. This is gold. I stand behind it as gold, prove it's gold every day. I'm very happy, and they sure don't look happy. They're losing the glow and losing the intelligence, losing the logic, losing everything. See, Maya ripped them off, stole everything of value from these persons. Well, if you listen here, you can get back on track. And this guy, he's not even a good Christian, doesn't even believe in the Holy Spirit. Oh, bull, man, you really lost it. We're more Christian than you can. Poor guy, So anyway, Krishna's showing, see, hey, this is the time, man. He's shaking everything.
What did he do 2 months ago? He was chanting in ecstasy, giving live videos.
Yeah.
So-called chanting in ecstasy.
Yeah. Well, you get what they call shadow. It's para attachment. You're around sadhus here who are ecstatic, and you pick it up, but see that when you're not purified enough, like none of those people went through the purification enough. You see, none of them. They just prematurely want to go out and be a big teacher or whatever it is in their mind, be important, to be acknowledged, all that stuff. They needed to go deeper. See, they just didn't do it. And so that's the result, is it's like, when Jesus said, when you clear the demons out, and if you don't stay with the path, there's so many more rush in. This is what happens. The garbage really rushes in, and you become worse than you were sometimes before. You know? Can you imagine? You know, losing even a sense of Christianity. Yeah, of the Holy Spirit. If you don't have the Holy Spirit, you're not a real Christian. I mean, you're not, you know, Jesus had the Holy Spirit, and his whole mission was to awaken that people, and you don't believe in that? Shh. Man, you don't know Jesus. You don't believe in the real Jesus. You're preaching some other crazy thing. You know, Jesus had the Spirit, he transferred it, and those who had the Holy Spirit, they had some understanding of truth. You know, otherwise you're still in like a Pharisee, blind leader with blind followers. In Vaishnavism, most of it's like that. They don't even know the value of the Spirit. You don't know Radha, the devotional spirit, and they see it, they go against it, and they're gurus. Oh man, how much stupidity in this world. Children, just a bunch of babies. Okay, here, let me read a little bit more. Okay. Oh, yeah, you read there, Tom. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we are reading text 17. Although there are many remedies by which you get out of miserable life, any such remedies in the material world are more miserable than the miseries themselves.
Yep, that's it.
Therefore, I think that the only remedy is to engage in your service, and then kindly instruct me in such service.
Yeah, and you know what? Look for the word for word, because it says service, but, you know, I like specifics, man. What kind of service? I mean, you know, just external service. Let's see what the word for word says.
But that's explained in the next verse.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I want to
becomes
see.
personal.
Yeah, but I want to see in this verse here.
Dasya Yogam, activities of service. Kindly instruct unto me your activities of service.
Dasya. Okay, yeah, Dasya, activities of service. Dasya Yogam. See, again, so yeah, and so the linking process, yoga. Yogam is the linking with the soul to the supreme soul. So anyway, there's the Vaidhi thing. That's the beginning, something, you know, doing externally linking, but it's external. Hey, yoga is internal. See, that's the juice, man. That's what we want. Juicy. See, the soul to supreme soul. Intimacy, yes. Like that. Yeah. Okay, read the next verse.
Yeah, like there is Yoga Maya and there is Mahamaya.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you get intimate with Mahamaya, this is a painful situation.
Okay. Text 18. Oh, my Lord Narsinghadev, by engaging in your transcendental loving service in the association of devotees who are liberated souls. By engaging in your transcendental loving service in the association of devotees who are liberated souls, Hamsas.
There you go.
I shall become completely uncontaminated.
See, isn't that something? Here, I'm not saying anything that's not in the book, if you notice. Right there. By engage, see, I'm not just saying just chant Hare Krishna, chant with anybody. I'm not saying just chant with those who don't have, that are not, I chant with liberated souls. I mean, you could see the symptoms of devotees are liberated here. Many devotees are on a liberated platform here. And that's the path, isn't it? Prahlad teaching that? Read that again. It's so important.
O my Lord Nrsimhadev, by engaging in your transcendental loving service in the association of devotees who are liberated souls, Hamsas.
Yeah, and because that's how you get engaged in the transcendental loving service. Otherwise, you're doing the Swami step, you know, your whole friggin' life, man. Okay, fine, you got your step. Anybody ready to move on? Don't you want to know the real Bhagavatam? Well, you got to hear it from devotees that are acting on the level of the real Bhagavatam. They're actual liberated souls, and you could see the symptoms. And therefore, you come into that association and chant the holy names with them, and you start to feel that kind of progress. Spiritual progress. You'll feel like, wow, it's so wonderful to serve Krishna. You like serving Krishna, Lalita? Yeah. How about you, Tom? Do you like serving Krishna now? Yeah. Yeah. See, that kind of where it's fun, not, it's so hard. There's so many people, there's another guy who kind of was liking my preaching. He still does. He gives some likes. But man, do they follow hard paths, man. I was reading his timeline, and he doesn't watch these things. He gave it a little like, he saw a picture and all that, but doesn't come to sadhu sangha. So friggin' hard. He's a devotee, but so hard. He's out there in South America working his butt off, man. And it's always an austere. Oh, it's so difficult. But it's really good for me. And my ex did the same bullshit, man. Yeah, just so hard, Krishna. I gotta got punished. I get the danda and all this. It's just so, and it just stays hard. Or it's just too hard. I gotta give it up. Leave Vrindavan. And she was preaching to me. I just use this as an example because she said this, and now she left herself. She says, "Why did you leave Vrindavan?" I said, "I never really leave Vrindavan. Always in Vrindavan. I open my mouth, and there's Vrindavan. Krishna and Radha come to me. Well, they're Vrindavan." This kind of mood. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm your teacher, man. I awakened she got the mercy of love of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna, and that's why it's so bad when they leave. I'm actually your teacher. I know so. And now, see, Krishna said, that's how foolish you are. You really left because you can't be in that consciousness. You left a place where you could be in that consciousness. I open my mouth and Radha and Krishna come. You see it every friggin' day. And more and more and more. They come closer and closer. And not only to me, but you guys. Look at Lalita. She knows what I'm talking about. See? This is a real path, isn't it, Lalita? When you can stand behind. It's empowering, man. It packs a wallop. You guys out there don't believe it now, but you will, all of you, ex-wife included. You're going to see the real Krishna's here. And you too, you Mahavirya, we're after you. And Meena too. She did a lot of service, man. She cleaned my motorhome really nice. I'll never forget that. I'm going to grab you before your last breath. Getting old, better get on the beam. She did a lot of service. That was great, man. She was so kind. Hosted me and Janaka and all that stuff. I ain't gonna ever forget that. Same thing, my ex-wife Mahaviri too. Wrote these nice songs and everything. I ain't gonna forget anything. I'm after them, man. I'll bring them back by hook or crook. I don't want them to die without this. And if they do, don't worry. Krishna will make an arrangement for them. We already got them. It's just time separating us. Go ahead there, Tom.
Yeah, I just want to say to all of them, you are free to come back. Just come back.
Come back, Tom will take care.
Forget about the just come back. It's not a big thing. You're welcome, all of them.
Yeah, Christina can come back too. All of them. Krishna will show them. He'll give them a dream or something.
I shall become completely uncontaminated by the association of the three modes of material nature and be able to chant the glories of your Lordship.
See, that's it. How do you know you're in the right place? Because you start to feel this increasing advancement that you couldn't feel before. See, that means you're getting uncontaminated by the modes. Otherwise, you can't chant the holy name in ecstasy. No way. Or bliss, or even read the books, or feel attracted to Hari Katha, come here every day. No, you have to be getting purified. See, to the point of liking it.
Be able to chant the glories of your Lordship, who are so dear to me. Be able to chant the glories of your Lordship, who are so dear to me. I
See, and
shall.
then that dearness, very important. You know, if the Lord ain't dear to you, you ain't dear to him, man. It's a relationship thing. You can't, oh yeah, God loves everybody. Yeah, but do you know that? Well, only when the Lord is very dear to you. That's what you learn here, how the Lord can become dear to you, his transcendental manifestation. Not as Maya, not the hypocrites. Oh, Bill Fauci is dear to me. Oh, Trump is dear to me. No. The Lord, transcendental Lord, his spiritual potency. That's the real truth. If you that becomes dear to you, and that comes by, man, I just with a real guru, it's so dear to my heart, so important. See, so important. Oh, now you're becoming a real devotee because the Lord comes as that guru, man, and you start to realize that. He doesn't come just through the guru. He comes as the guru. The Lord Chaitanya says, hey, man, you surrendered your body to me. I own it. It's mine. I'm going to work through it. See, the Lord, this is my body. This is just like a devotee. You come, hey man, Radha and Krishna mine. I'll prove it every day. I'll call them and they'll come. Maybe sometimes they're a little stubborn, but they'll eventually come. You got to possess them, and they want to make it so easy to possess them. Come into sadhu sangha. Follow that verse. I'm just glorifying the verse, right? My happiness is glorifying the Bhagavatam as it is, the real path as it is, because you gurus prove that you can't do it. You don't glorify that path. You're not that kind of guru yet. You need this. Otherwise, you're a blind leader with blind followers. Come on, man. Let's wake up. The truth is here. The gold standard is here. Anyway, somebody, not everybody will listen. Doesn't matter. Somebody out there will listen because it's true. Those who really looking for the truth, it's only the truth that'll set you free as it is. Man, the Bhagavatam is there. My pride, my joy is to just belt it out like it is so that people hear it, to yell it, scream it, whatever way it'll open those ears. Set people free. Otherwise, they listen, they go read these verses, and because they're not these verses, the Lord ain't using them to give them the right understanding. They can't transmit that to others. It's a transmission. It's very simple. You get purified, you just transmit the verses as they are. And your great happiness is to magnify and to clarify and to exemplify these verses so that others can become them too. First, you become a real disciple. Go ahead, Tom. What do you want to say?
No.
Yeah. You become an example. You become first a real disciple, man. That's becoming purified. And see, you could see your progress in the verse. Wow, I'm becoming uncontaminated in this association.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm starting to like to chant. See, example. Go ahead. What?
I shall become completely uncontaminated and be able to chant the glories of your Lordship.
Isn't that exciting?
This is a celebration.
Yeah, celebration.
It's no hard thing. It's just you come here on this platform and we celebrate and you are welcome and we make a big party of this time on this planet.
Yeah. That's it. Go ahead, read on.
I shall chant your glories, following exactly in the footsteps of Lord Brahma and his disciplic succession. In this way, I shall undoubtedly be able to cross the ocean of nescience.
Yeah, following the footsteps of Lord Brahma. What did Lord Brahma do? Brahma, he heard the Bhagavatam from Krishna. You know, he did austerity. I mean, he did it the hard way. He had the time. I mean, he lived a long time. So he did 100 and celestial years, which is maybe 60,000. Who knows? Maybe more. Long time of austerities. And the Lord, he was purified, and the Lord spoke directly in his heart, the Vedas. See? So the devotees, we get the same boon, but a lot easier, man. You just come here very easily. I mean, I'm telling you, that's why Krishna's so hard on those who leave, because you got such a great treasure. And some people have to really lose it, you know, to find out, oh my God, what did I do? See?
Yeah.
So everybody's getting what Lord Brahma got a lot easier, because you're coming in line. This is the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, and an empowered guru here, and to so that people come here will get very quickly get the darshan of Krishna. You will feel enlivened by these pastimes of the Lord and by the name of the Lord. See? So unless you're an example of that, you got to. It's so ludicrous. What, you're a guru of Krishna consciousness? Yeah. Well, where is your signs and symptoms of closeness with God? Where's your real understanding of that? People don't know. Anyway, we're here to show the gold standard, as it is standard. I mean, that's you guys. You'll see the happiness of just presenting Bhagavatam as it is. It is so nice, and you do it by your own example. You guys are becoming real disciples when you become firmly fixed in faith in Guru and Krishna, not just Krishna, or not just a non-liberated Guru and Krishna. No, in Krishna and a bona fide Guru who represents the real Bhagavatam, then the purports of the Vedas are automatically revealed. See? And then you're on your way. See, you're an example of a real disciple in the real line, and therefore you will become a guru because you teach. You went through the door and you become the shepherd of the sheep because you're an example. You become a teacher, a guru also, whether it's this life or another life. For some, it'll be this life. Okay? Or even a Wayshore. I mean, you know, this is what Prabhupada said. He knew all of his disciples, you know, were not going to reach the stage of being a real guru, you know, like a real spiritual master, a deliverer like him, or like Bhakti Siddhanta, be of that caliber. So he said, just continue the mission, you know, worship liberated souls, even if they're bygone, but don't mix in a non-liberated soul and worship them, because that's mundane. That's like worshiping the Pharisees and Jesus. No. Why would you do that? No, you got one liberated soul. Worship them, and then you could actually, you can also worship the devotees who have the Lord awakened inside them. They become holy saints in that way. This is the whole point. If you don't do that, if you don't find a liberated soul in this world who has the signs and the symptoms of being a liberated soul, the ecstasy of this intimacy and closeness with God, where God says, I live in that temple of that body of that person. And if you see that in this life, but you don't recognize it, you don't know God. I don't care are you looking like a guru or a teacher or anything. You don't know God, because they represent the Lord. They represent the Lord's mercy in this world. They represent the Lord's ecstatic love in this world. It's his love that's here in this world through them and nobody else, unless they've got that. That's why I say, my disciples who get the Lord living inside them, hey man, my Lord's there. Why shouldn't I worship them? It's the most clear, logical thing. You can't even get these gurus who have thousands of followers to understand this. They'll never worship their disciples because they don't have anybody. They're not that themselves. So they can't, they're just spinning around in religion. with all its speculations and not going in. That's why they maybe Prabhupada brought them up to the Vaidhi platform, and they die on the Vaidhi platform.
And they're talking about negative spiral. Yes, when they fall back into this material consciousness, they are in a negative spiral, and then they are lamenting. Yes, I'm this negative spiral again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very clear how the road back is very well paved by Brahma, by that. There's so much space to come back.
By the real devotees. See, the way is paved by the real person
Yes.
following. Yeah.
But it says here, but Brahma, he also surrendered to the Lord. So, and he had, like you said, he had a lot of, it took a lot of time for him to find the upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I'm not, I'm not here to spend time like, well, these people on this level. No, come on, we're here to deliver people. Who's ready? Come on, no chop. No time to waste to worry about this level, that their levels, and hey, man, who's ready for this level? This is our work. Now get focused. Not sit there and well, this person on this level do this. Hey, man, no, this level. Who's ready for this? We're here to deliver people. Babies are needing to be born. See, which ones are ready to come out, pop out?
Yes. In this way, I shall undoubtedly be able to cross the ocean of nations.
Yeah, you see, he's preaching the essence also. He's saying, well, he's not thinking about these other people's levels and these kinds of teachers and all that, and no, come on here. I heard this from my guru, and you listen too, and you will become free, set free, and engage in the loving service of the Lord. This is the path. Yeah, I say the same. I say just pull that out. People, you're following this path and find it works, right? Works like a charm. The book Bhagavat, devotee Bhagavat preaches the same thing. You listened, you believe the devotee Bhagavat, and you follow the path, and boom, you get the result. It's very simple, isn't it? That is very clear. Go ahead, Tom, read.
Yeah, I'd like to continue. My Lord Nrsimhadev, O Supreme, because of a bodily conception of life, embodied souls neglected and not cared for by you cannot do anything for their betterment. It's many words. And not cared for by you cannot do anything for their betterment.
Yeah, read that again.
My Lord Nrsimhadev, O Supreme, because of a bodily conception of life, embodied souls neglected and not cared for by you cannot do anything for their betterment.
Yeah, and cared for by you, you got to understand how that is. That's when you come in sadhu sangha. See, the way he said, you come in to associate with devotee, that's being cared for by God. He sends you the bona fide representative. And by the mercy of Guru, you get Krishna. And by the mercy of Krishna, you get Guru. And then by the mercy of Guru, you get Krishna. See? By the mercy of Krishna, you get Guru because you don't understand Krishna, and he's having mercy on you because probably you're crying, Lord, where are you? When, how can I do this? He sees your heart, and by the mercy of Krishna, he wants you to connect with him. He gives you the real Guru, and then it facilitates the process. See, the real Guru. And the other ones, okay, you're making some, it's negligible.
It's about connecting to the real source of mercy.
Yeah, it's to get it as the verses as it is. See, it's all leading to that. You can start out, you have gurus who are non-liberated. Okay, and you're following, they give you rules, regulations, and ceremonies. Okay, so if you're progressive, you realize, okay, this is shortcoming. I haven't achieved the goal. I do want Krishna, but I'm not something's not quite right here. There's fault in this path. The only fault is not the example of the path, the living example. You got to find the empowered spiritual master. Okay? And they present the real Bhagavatam to you. And then the result comes. See, it's all that what they're doing is leading to this. Okay? Because then you get the result. See, and you can say, yeah, it works. You become a witness. Oh yeah, I found God. Okay, this is the way you do it. Yeah, the Bhagavatam's teaching it. Yeah, and I followed that path. You know, the Lord by good mercy gave me a bona fide guru. I followed them. I heard from them. I got purified of the modes. I chant now and hear in ecstasy. I really like Krishna. Matter of fact, I'm feeling love for Krishna, awakened spontaneously. See, you become an example. Okay, now you know. Now you know Krishna consciousness. Personally, you demonstrated that you're knowing, not hypocritically. Yeah, I know Krishna consciousness, but you're neither a real guru nor are you following one yet. See? Anyway, if it leads you here, oh, it's great. Wonderful. It worked. Whatever you did. Whatever. You see, people come here for different motivating factors, you know. You know what? I need to take some rest here. I got up a little early. And I don't know what time, how long have I been on? It says 1 hour only? Only 1 hour? Maybe the clock is wrong.
Yeah, here you don't see a clock on this here.
Yeah, my
on
clock
stream.
says, 1 hour and 18 minutes. Okay. Yeah. All right. So
Be longer. I
This
think
one
it
was
be longer.
very condensed, very, very intense. Yes.
yeah, it's very intense. Okay, I'm going to take some rest. I'm really tired.
Guru Maharaj, Yamuna said she couldn't hear you very good on Be Live, and I am in the same case. When I turn it on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
I
Oh.
hear you much clearer, but it's not. It's later. It
Oh.
comes later. So I don't know what the reason is. Why
You know
just
what? Let me
mention
let me check. Yeah, let me check that
Yeah.
actually. Let me see what's going on here with my microphone. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm going to adjust the microphone setting here. Microphone, yeah, okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, okay. Well, okay. So, okay, you didn't hear very good? Okay. Well, maybe it's my. Was it? I used Be Live yesterday, I think. Did I?
I wasn't there yesterday. Oh,
Yeah.
the last class I was there. Yeah, there was silent as well.
Yeah.
Well, but I didn't comment. No, I listened on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'll experiment some more. I'm kind of using the Be Live because I can because it records and I can put them anyway. Anyway, okay. Good. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming, everybody. Okay, so we'll end it here. How do I stop streaming? Okay.